Hello everyone, welcome back to WSSEA Smash Brothers, now going into the semifinals. Thank you once again to the Washington Army National Guard for sponsoring this event. Today's matchup, we have Lake Stevens versus Southridge. Now, TBH, we've seen in the past, these players are very competitive, all right? They do not hold back. And last spring, actually, in Smash Singles, Lake Stevens was the state champion, so in the regular season this year, they went 4-1 in Division A, with their only loss being to Cedar Woolley, who actually just got knocked out of playoffs by AC Davis. Now, they're not the only players involved in the situation. Naturally, as you were talking about Southridge, they were actually in the spring playoffs for singles, but were knocked out by Lake Stevens in the late stage of playoffs that last season. So they actually have a bit of bad blood going into this. That's for sure. We are going to be going into the lobby, but real quick, this season, Southridge actually has an undefeated record in Division B, defeating AC Davis in the regular season. So they don't want to take their first loss just yet.
Yeah, and imagine if they get that run back in the finals. We have Steve, we have your hated Little Mac, Ike, Big King K. Rule. This is going to be one heck of a throwdown to start us off.
I don't hate him, okay? I want to make it clear, I don't hate Little Mac. I love Little Mac. I play Little Mac. But in doubles, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't. How many times do I have to say it, TBH? How many times are they going to go flying off the stage only to fail to recover? I swear to God. No, not again. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, right as I said it. Right as I said it. It's immediate.
There is a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of potential trade-off there because I think when you bring Little Mac into the equation, you are trading on his sheer power, his ability to hold down the center of the stage, his ability to become that big threat that the team needs to focus on. And, you know, you're giving Steve here a lot of cover. You're giving Steve a lot of room to work his magic. But, you know, obviously the Shake's already down to his last stock. So possibly not going to work out in his favor. Really got to make something happen here because it's 2 stocks on both of the yellow team, ZZZ, Fat Uncle Ben, and only 4 stocks for the green team, Jakes and DGC. We are not looking at a good situation unless Jakes can get this under. And Steve help out his opponent, help out his teammate. You know what? Help out his opponent too. Help out his opponent losing.
Yes. Assist them in their loss. I'm sorry. I'm kind of freaking out right now. It's breaking my heart watching this Little Mac go flying off the stage, and now he's getting parried. He's done. Oh no, Shades, he's already done.
Oh,
I'm gonna cry.
And we have seen plenty of 2v1s in this WSSEA season so far. This could actually be recoverable. Steve, very strong character, very versatile character, lots of options, and trading a stock to bring Little Mac back into it. Very good sacrificial play. That is the kind of teamwork you want to see.
I don't know. We've seen it before, where a team brings back the Little Mac and they immediately regret it. So
I don't know about that so far, though. Look at the Shakes holding his own against Fat Uncle Ben, really pressing the advantage, really making him worry. And the Steve is straight off. DZZ, Ike sending Shakes flying, but he is coming back. He is making that recovery, but not anymore. Now we are back to the 2v1, and this might be looking dark, but it is 3 stocks against 1. And Steve, a very, very strong character. We will have to see what he can pull out here. He might be able to make some magic happen.
Oh my gosh. The combo there, just juggling with those up airs. And this is part of why Steve is so good, right? Not quite going to finish him off.
He's not gone. He is not gone. Fat Uncle Ben lured off the stage almost a little too far, taking a hit from his teammate, who does manage to right himself, but sent off the stage in return. And that is game, but that was looking scary for a minute there. That was really, you could see them kind of slam on the brakes and go, whoa, 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 we've got to deal with it. I suppose it begs a question. Do you want to risk a character you're less familiar with? Do you want to really abandon your main, because I assume this is their main, this is the character they spend all season training with, and really go out into strange waters in the middle of a playoff game, in the middle of a semifinal? You know, maybe your main isn't the best choice, but is it really a better choice to go out there in unknown waters?
I think at this point it might be, because with the track record, it's just not worth it. I don't think it's worth it to stay on the Little Mac. I don't. It's just he's a good player, and the second he's off stage, it's over. Like that doesn't seem worth it to me. I think it makes more sense to pick a character with a better recovery in a doubles match, regardless of your familiarity with them, because there are a lot of very simple characters in this game that are also very strong. Palutena, for instance, I think could be a good choice. She has a very strong recovery and a very straightforward kit, a character that can quickly be figured out and is considered a high tier, largely. So I think that he could figure that out quickly. So despite how fun Little Mac is to play, okay, he does make it back there. I thought I was about to have an exhibit A in the situation, but there he goes. He's in the first stock immediately. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what to say here, TBH. Oh, he smacks into his own teammate's TNT as well. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, this is not an impossible situation, and I would caution anyone against kind of calling it over before it is because of the characters on display. But right now, Southridge is being very aggressive, sandwiching Steve between their two heavy hitters, really knowing that they have to focus on getting rid of the Steve. Steve, not as much of a nightmare as people make him out to be. He's not invincible, but he is very strong. He will give a team a lot of trouble, probably more trouble than the Little Mac will, admittedly. The Shakes holding on, putting on a good fight, making a duel against Fat Uncle Ben, really knocking King K. Rool from corner to post, and the Shakes right there behind him. But, you know, really have to be careful. I do like, though, BGC's effort to guard the edge and to really fight off platform a bit to keep King K. Rool, Fat Uncle Ben, from being able to recover easily. Unfortunately, you know, maybe not enough. He did have to share a stock again to keep his teammate in the fight and doesn't seem very confident in his 2v1 skills, which unfortunately it's coming down to for the second game in a row. We are looking at another 2-on-1 fighting to keep this set alive, or maybe not. I don't know if that was some controller trouble or just wanting to let his teammate have some fun, because ZZZ not really joining in there. Now he is, though. Oh, wow. I see what he was going for, but it didn't really work out as well as he was hoping. And that, oh boy, that's some painful TNT right there. But belly flop ends it.
That'll do it. All right, that's going to be the first best of 3-1 for Southridge against Lake Stevens. Decent chance that they will be continuing their undefeated record after that game, but you never know. Going into the next best of 3, they're going to have a different duo onto the pitch here. We will be going back to the lobby here. I want to see the character picks. That's what I want to see, because a lot of the time it does feel like it's coming down to a bit of a rock paper scissors counter. And while the majority, I'd say a lot of the characters in this game are viable, there are some that are very clearly at the top of the meta, and I think we're going to see one coming in right now. Not only do we have a Steve as usual, but I think we also, is that a Pyro Mithra?
Let's find out.
It's a Byleth.
Nope.
Okay, regardless, MK Leos, one of MK Leo's favorites.
Yes, but I would be cautious about relying too much on tiers and meta, because we saw that Steve did not exactly work out for Lake Stevens last time out, and we have seen DDDs lose. We've seen Byleths lose. This is anybody's game to win, anybody's game to lose. You cannot hide behind your character like that. You cannot go, oh, I will just pick a strong character.
Absolutely. I don't. Have we seen Captain Falcon yet this season?
I actually don't believe so, which is kind of a surprise.
I'd love to watch the Captain Falcon work. You can watch him right now. Just every single time he jumps, I'm like, oh man, he's gonna come in with a flying knee, something massive. He's a very exciting character. However, oh wow. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought Poyo was not going to get back there, but he does manage to return to the ledge as Pixelite falls back down, trying to get some damage back onto this Byleth. Two separated 1v1s at the moment. Oh wow.
Not
catches
so much.
him on the jump.
There goes Captain Falcon. There he goes. And I like Poyo's real play off the edge. Very daring, very aggressive, trying to get people off the platform and then knock them into the stratosphere, staying off that platform to keep them from recovering, because DDD hits like Ganon or Bowser. It has the mobility and recovery options of Kirby. Not going to help him that time. They're both down to their second stock now, but very, very aggressive, determined, brave DDD play, which is really making Dunk fight for his life. Really giving him a hard time, showing him that you can't just pick a good character and leave it at that.
I'm loving the Captain Falcon gameplay right now. This player is feeling brave at the moment. You saw earlier he went for the flying knee to take the stock off of Poyo. And right there is Pixelite's coming back for the ledge. He's going for the stomp, like off of ledge, putting his own stock at risk, going for that flashy play. I love to see stuff like that in tournament.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them sharing stocks more too, because obviously that puts yourself at risk, but does give you a shot to keep your teammate in the fight, does give you more options. And, you know, two people is better than one, but that one guy down to that one stock, a painful belly flop from Pollo, and this is turning into a brawl on the right edge. That one guy trying to chase Pollo off the screen. I do not think I recommend that. He ended up SDing on a daring but ill-advised chase off the ledge.
Yeah, I mean, if Little Mac's not
And
here, then
there
I guess
goes
someone
Dom.
has to do it. Now putting that one guy into the 1v2. Both players have 2 stocks remaining, both Pixel and Boyo. So, massive Falcon kick.
They also,
not quite could be enough to take the stock, but he definitely has a lot on his plate at the moment, trying to avoid that. But the fully charged hammer comes through, and that one guy is removed. I'm loving the DDD pick.
Yeah.
Falcon pick, while flashy and fun to watch, might not have the supporting elements that you might be looking for in a duos kind of situation. The Byleth is kind of handles that powerhouse role pretty well, while also having a much better recovery. So maybe with more careful play, the Falcon might be effective. But overall, I think there might be better picks. But that's not going to matter, because we are going to be remaining here the exact same characters. Question is, how are they going to play it differently?
That is always the question, because it's not what your character is, it's what you do with it. And Lake Stevens determined to keep themselves in this, determined to turn this into a brawl, into a fight. And Southridge is getting a semifinal match right now. That one guy taken out on his first stock in very, very short order. Pollo showing that he is the powerhouse of this match. A man to beat.
Wow, that hammer charge up connecting, that was straight prediction, TBH. That was like he read that one guy like a book right there, and he did get a stock off of it within like 20 seconds of the match beginning.
Yes, absolutely, and recovering admirably from that strike from Dunk. Both of them fighting for recovery a little, but Pollo back on stage, no trouble there. Knocking Byleth flying. Byleth is probably going to be Pollo, not deterred, but sent flying, and there goes another stock. Pollo is not just picking a bigger character. Pollo understands their character. Pollo is just dominant with this DDD right now, and I like how he is covering for Steve, who's able to give that one guy a lot of trouble with his attacks, with his building options, with his control of the stage, because Pollo is keeping him from being ganged up on.
While I have to say, Pollo, like he's so good at predicting what his opponents are going to do. I have to give some credit to that one guy for that stomp off the ledge there, taking his stock from Pollo. That looked amazing. Oh man, I love to see that kind of Captain Falcon gameplay. That's the he grabs him at the edge, forcing him to the side of the stage, and it ricochets him off and loses him another stock. That one guy finally showing up right now. This is incredible. He takes 2 stocks in pretty quick succession. This is what Donk needed out of his teammate right now. He's just putting out steady damage, and that one guy flies in and shows him what he can really do on this Captain Falcon. Wow.
What I'm liking too is they are evolving in real time. They are adapting to this match on the fly. That one guy is getting Pollo's timing. You can see him and Donk really adjusting on the fly and learning how to bait him out, how to make him whiff, how to time him so that he attacks early or late. You know, you saw him going too early, committing too early on that edge, and his opponents were able to recover. That one guy gone now, but Donk in a very strong position and possibly able to make something happen here. We have seen these 2v1 recoveries plenty of times in WSSEA, multiple times in this playoffs. You are not in state playoffs. You are an easy team to beat, and really showing that. But Pollo with the finishing blow with that mighty hammer, and that's the set.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, thank you to the Washington Army National Guard. Make sure to come by again next week. I believe once again we're going to have Rocket League, but we also have this. Take a gander at this if you may. These are the playoff brackets at the moment. Southridge taking it from Lake Stevens now. Depending on who wins between Seattle Prep and Davis, we're going to see a final match situation that is going to be extremely intense. So do not miss that, coming on the 15th at 4 p.m. Be ready. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but some of these matchups I was not expecting. I was not expecting Lake Stevens to fall here. I think you saw me accidentally credit Lake Stevens with a victory that they apparently didn't get. And
Utopia.
Cedar Woolley's gone. Seattle Prep is fighting for its life. Seattle Prep had such a difficult battle last week. This is just an incredible bracket and incredible playoffs. These teams are fighting their hearts out, doing their absolute best to stay in here and bring glory back home to their schools and their friends and their families. And all power in the world. This is just such an admirable thing they're putting on.
Absolutely. And it's only going to get better, only more intense. Again, make sure to come back next week. Thank you again, Washington Army National Guard. And that'll be us signing off. Thank you again.